Hello Daniel, thank you for being at l'école, the French School of Raleigh. Please tell us about your experience at l'école with your two daughters.
Sure. Yeah, my name is Daniel. I moved here with my wife and our two kids last May, so they've both been in a little bit of summer camp and then a full year of the school here. My daughters are 2 and 5, and we're very happy with the school, and we've had a great experience so far. And I would say it's absolutely been the highlight of the entire move. My older daughter, who's 5, she had been, this is her 4th school. She started when she was 1. She did a year at 3 international schools in New York and then a year here. And I would definitely say this has been our best experience, and I say that without reservation. So some of the things I would mention that make it stand out are the personalized contact and communication with the teachers. So it was very often the case that in New York, either the drop-off and pickup process or the overall communication, or just the relationship in general between the teachers, the school, and the parents was a little bit more streamlined and less personal. And it felt often like trying to read the tea leaves, trying to understand what the situation was with the kids and how they were doing and progressing and getting along with their peers, who their friends were, and all of that. I think there's a number of causes that I wouldn't necessarily criticize, but one thing I've really appreciated is how much time we've had with the teachers. So all of the teachers that my two daughters have had are very willing to speak in the hallway, before school, after school, respond to messages. Our communication has always been really transparent and open and helpful, right? If I ask about advice or suggestions, or they want to make suggestions, it feels just much more personable and personal, and I'm going to say authentic. Some other things I'll mention, I think the school is a very good value. So especially coming from New York, it was a huge improvement, right? Costs are very high for a private international school in New York. And the school, l'école, the school here is growing, and I think you see that in various ways. But one thing I really appreciate is how committed everybody really is to that mission. So some examples of this include the teachers are, I think, a little bit more experienced and serious than some of the teachers we had in New York, where I felt like it was often a little bit more like a training program in some respects. And I think the teachers really know what they're doing. I trust my kids here. I trust the teachers with my kids. I trust that they're doing what is appropriate for them. So for example, the most important aspects of their time being learning French, having fun with their peers, being safe and happy and enjoying their time in a francophone environment, shaped by what their similar time would be like in France. This was also important for us. We're relocating to France next month. So in the coming weeks, and I just see a huge improvement in my two daughters' I'll say comprehension, so French listening comprehension, ability to express themselves, as well as just facility and ease with the overall environment in a way that I didn't see, both for age reasons as well as since they were different ages and at various schools, that I just didn't see happening for different reasons in the schools they were in New York, which were also good and we enjoyed. So other things I'll mention, the parents are largely great. I've really enjoyed speaking with many of them, and have developed good relationships, like having barbecues together, going out to eat sometimes, doing different activities, and that's been easy to do, and that wasn't really always easy to do at the previous schools, and that's just been a non-issue really, and I've really appreciated that. And the parents too are very motivated. And what I would suggest is that the school is a really great place for kids to be safe and have fun and develop both intellectually as well as with respect to French and Francophone culture. To thrive in Raleigh, one thing I really appreciate is how the school exists in the city. It's a little suburban where we are in Raleigh, but that's most of Raleigh. And I really think it's a good environment, right? So I grew up in basically here, and I really appreciate that my kids have the opportunity to spend their early years at this school. Let me think. Some of the other things I would want to mention. There's a lot of good opportunities to get involved, both as parents just, trying to have social time, or so I do French classes with one of the teachers here, for example, but also to help out the school. The school really, I think, appreciates and welcomes that, and in a way that is, serves the overall student population and the growth of the school. And I'm really just excited to see how it grows in the next several years. I know the school is applying for various accreditations and more support from the French government to grow, offer more classes, and expand facilities and all of this. And I think it would be a really great opportunity. And I just really can't say how strongly I've appreciated the school and everybody we've worked with, and the other parents and the kids and the teachers and all of it. So I'd be happy to answer any questions. Like I said, my wife and I, we lived in New York for about 8 years before moving here. Before that, had been living in Germany for a couple of years, and originally from the Atlanta area, and moving to France next month. So this has been absolutely a highlight of all of that. And yeah,
Well,
shout out to L'École, and thank you to everybody for everything.
thank you, Daniel, and your daughters have made tremendous progress in French, and I believe they'll have no problem assimilating and getting in school in France and doing well, and so will you. I think you've done, you've been tremendous to the school, and we'll certainly miss you and hope you come and visit us
Yeah.
very soon.
Thank you.
À bientôt.
À bientôt.